What is up, guys? I'm Daddy Gamer Fred, back again with another Pokemon Go news update video. Now, today is January 18th, 2018, and we have a ton of Pokemon Go news to cover that basically dropped yesterday with the brand new version update to basically bug fixes that was much needed, that the community has been asking for. A few changes happened to Kyogre, as well as basically tons of little bug fixes and stuff like that I'm going to go over in this video. Of course, with a brand new update, we also got a brand new data mine and stuff like that, hence the new 2018 image that you're seeing in the background that I'm gonna go over in a second. But let's jump into it. Let's jump into the news. The first news story of the day is coming from Pokemon GO Alive.com. Again, I'm going to leave a link to this blog post in the description below, just in case you want to read it and go over and check it out yourself. This is from Niantic. This is their official website and the official basically patch notes of what's going on with the brand new version update to the game. So Pokemon Go has updated to version 0.89.1 for Android users and 1.59.1 for iOS users. It says trainers. Pokemon Go is in the process of being updated to the new versions for Android and iOS devices. Details from our development teams are below. First things first, they resolved a bug that caused the Pokemon collection screen to scroll to the top after evolving, transferring, or renaming a Pokemon. Now, I don't know about you, but this has been a very, very big issue for me when I'm out on a go and I see a couple of Pokemon that I want to either transfer, and then at the same time I have to scroll back down and wait for everything to reload in and stuff like that. It was a issue that I was just like, I thought it was just me, and I heard a couple of people in the community having the same issue, but I'm glad that they fixed this, and they fixed this issue, especially with something like Pokemon Go Community Day coming, where you're going to be doing a lot of transferring, a lot of evolving, and a lot of renaming Pokemon, especially if you catch Surfing Pikachu during this event and you want to rename it. I think this is pretty cool that they got that bug out the way. We can stop complaining. It's 2018, a brand new version of the game, the first brand new version for 2018, brand new version update. I think this is pretty cool that they put this on the top of issues that they're fixing. Now, this one is also very interesting and a cool feature. They added the ability to sort the Pokemon Pokédex by region. Now, if you are a fan of the base RPG versions of the game, you would know that there are multiple Pokédex and multiple Pokédexes, classifications or whatever. You have the whole index, the regional dex, the national dex, you have the low index. There are tons of Pokédexes out there and a ton of ways to classify the whole Pokédex as a whole. So I'm glad they are implementing that into Pokemon Go and giving us the ability to sort by regional Pokédex. I think this is cool because, again, it gives someone that is just out there to try to catch everyone that is brand new to the game to, the whole index, for example. This gives you a way to just be like, oh, I need to catch, X, Y, and Z to fill this out so I can be done with the brand new update or whatever the case may be. I think this is pretty cool. For people like me who still haven't completed the first batch of Pokemon or whatever that was revealed or that came out in the game, this is a great way for me to see, like, oh, I'm still mixing, Executor or whatever the case. I'm still mixing Marowak, Pokemon that I've caught. But again, this is just an example. Improved incubator sorting order when selecting an incubator. Now, I've seen a lot of people complain about this, about having too much incubators, and when you have too much, you have to literally scroll all the way to the right to pick the newer incubators, the one that speed up, that's 2 times faster and stuff like that. And then by accident, you will click the wrong one. And I've seen people complain about it. And my answer to that was basically, well, 1, you should be taking your time, or 2, you sound like a spoiled brat who has too much incubators. Why do you have too much incubators? Just buy them when you need them. But that's just me being the player that I am, that I don't use too much incubators. When I do need a few, I buy a few. I don't stock up on 100 incubators, so I don't have this issue, but I can understand people who do, and I respect the people who do pour the money into buying incubators and stuff like that, having this issue. Wanted a better way to sort them. I think that they should have just stacked. But I think, this a better sorting way was needed, and I'm glad they implemented it for the people who wanted it. And last but not least, they improved the way Pokemon scale through the app. Now, this is going to be for that big, giant whale of a Pokemon that they just added to the game. I forget his name I think it's Werelord, but basically Werelord, I'm going to be calling him that for the duration of this video. If you have seen him in gyms or even out in the wild, he is huge compared to other Pokemon, and that didn't kind of make the game run funny. It just made odd things happen in the game where your trainer sprite was completely tiny compared to Werelord, and some places in gyms where Werelord would take basically the whole screen because it didn't scale right, or basically it zoomed out and made Werelord the title Pokemon that you can see clearly, and every other Pokemon were just like little tiny dots on the screen, which I found hilarious when I did run into gyms like that. Again, just a quality of life fix that they added to the game. I don't mind it. I thought it was pretty funny, but I guess the memes are over with Werelord being huge. I want to go out in the world and see it myself and see how it's implemented and see if any other Pokemon are affected by this improved way to scale Pokemon through the app. And of course, they finish it off with various bug fixes and performance updates. They don't clarify anything. Hopefully we do. When I do check out the Pokemon GO data mine, we do see more stuff. But again, let's check out the data mine and other Pokemon GO news. Now, the next news story is coming from PokemonGoHub.net. I'm going to leave a link to this articles and all the articles I'm using from their site in the description below, just in case you want to check it out. They go over a lot of stuff, about the data mine, the scroll bug fix, and performance upgrades, and the new loading screen, which I am using as my background. So let's go over everything Pokemon Go Hub has found inside of the data mine. Now, as you can tell by my background and me basically saying it over and over, a new loading screen is live. The holiday loading screen is now a thing in the past, making room for the new 2018 loading screen. Curious, the new loading screens features a Pokemon that is not available in Pokemon Go yet, and that is this guy right here. Now, I have no way on actually pronouncing this guy's name, but he is a Gen 3 Pokemon. I always rename him speakers or headphones because of his ears and his loud big mouth. He's kind of a noise Pokemon, if that makes any sense. A Pokemon that attacks using loud noises or whatever, or could apparently hear from far away. But whatever the case may be, he's here on the brand new loading screen, but not in the game. So maybe this is a sign that we're going to be receiving brand new Pokemon very soon. Obviously, the new Pokemon have to roll out sooner rather than later, with Gen 3 already basically started rolling, especially with us having this ice and water event just recently, and that introduced a lot of water and ice type Pokemon that were introduced in Generation 3, which were a lot of Pokemon. If you didn't know, that generation of Pokemon in those games, there was a lot of surfing, a lot of diving involved. It's obvious, water and ice focus in that region, so they had a whole ice and water event. A couple of Pokemon that aren't ice and water, however, were kind of left out of the mixed batch of the bunch, and everyone were wondering when are we going to see these guys. Hopefully this is again a sign that they are coming very, very soon. Also, an interesting thing to note is that this guy has a party hat, kind of similar to the party hat Pikachu we've seen. I'm thinking maybe this is going to be a Pokemon Community Day event Pokemon that we see down the line. I don't see why not, that they would do. I think this is pretty cool that they're giving hints like that. Maybe, again, this is just me speculating. There's nothing announced. This is just maybe just for the cover the loading screen image. But it's pretty cool to see not only Pikachu wear this hat, but other Pokemon too, and hopefully open a possibility that we are going to be seeing different types of Pokemon have different special, holiday hats and special stuff like that. Not just Pikachu. So I am very, very curious on when we're going to see maybe potentially this bug Pokemon having this party hat on, and how it would look having its evolved forms have this hat on, because I think that'd be the most curious of this, because this Pokemon does evolve into 4 different types of Pokemon if you count, its middle evolution having just a different color. Seeing those Pokemon with the hat on will be hilarious, and I would want to see that. So hopefully this is a thing, and hashtag whatever this Pokemon name is with the hat on, and hopefully let's make it a thing. And for Niantic and Pokemon Company to pull the trigger on it, I think it would be pretty cool. Not the first Pokemon I would have picked. Hell, I would love to see Torchic or any other Generation 3 starter with a hat, or any other Pokemon in the books with this hat. But again, they put it on this guy for a reason. So hopefully what I would think is maybe, again, speculating might happen, is that we may see a bug event for the Generation 3 Pokemon, and to celebrate the rest of the Pokédex coming in, they throw a hat on this guy. Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Why they threw this hat on this guy, on this Pokemon. I think, again, just the aesthetic look of the loading screen is enough, but also, would you like to see this implemented inside of the Pokemon GO game? So they also have a list of the performance upgrades, tweaks, and bug fixes. I'm not going to go into too much of this stuff. A lot of it is just behind the scenes stuff that they have been fixing with Pokemon GO. Again, I'm going to leave a link to this article in the description below if you want to read some of this stuff. But again, just to go over some of it, is just AR plus fixes and scaling stuff that has been going on. Again, behind the scenes with a whole bunch of buggy stuff. Again, let's continue and not go too in depth with behind the scenes stuff that doesn't it affects gameplay. But again, let's keep it on what's on the surface. To me, one of the biggest news that came out of these bug fixes and stuff like that is that Kyogre is now closer. As posted by Reversal, Kyogre is much closer and much easier to catch. Finally, yes. Now this is an image from Reversal himself on his Twitter. I'm gonna have that linked in the comment section below. I think this is for anyone who's out there trying to catch their Kyogre, and I don't see why you wouldn't be, because Kyogre is literally the best water Pokemon that they added to the Pokemon GO game. That's across the board, and I think everyone can agree on that, for multiple reasons. But Kyogre, from what I've been hearing, has been a bitch to fucking catch. And I think that, basically helping everyone be able to catch Kyogre is a cool thing, and basically making it easier to catch. And I think they noticed there was an issue with how, the distance between the Kyogre and getting an excellent throw catch on it. I think it's kind of cool that they seen that it was a problem for the community and fixed it right away, instead of just letting Kyogre be a hard Pokemon to catch. So let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on Kyogre and your catch rate, and how you've been able to catch this Kyogre even before this fix. Let me know in the comment section below. I know I haven't been able to catch one yet. So shiny Pokemon now display a shiny icon in their Pokemon list, and long Pokemon names are no longer small in the Pokemon list, which is, I think, is a quality of life thing that they added to the Pokemon GO. I think it's pretty cool. Adding this little star does help let you know that this is a shiny version of that Pokemon, so you won't mistakenly delete it or whatever the case may be. I think that's pretty cool. In the Pokemon RPG games, this is something that they've, that is in there. When you can notice a shiny Pokemon because there's a star attached to it. Even when it pops out in the wild, there's a huge star that pops up and stuff like that. So I'm glad to see that added in Pokemon GO. A couple of more things to note. There seems to be a bug with the game saving your last Pokeball across multiple encounters. be careful not to throw your Ultra Ball at whirlpools, which is a very common grass bug Pokemon, which I can see happening. People like me who just jump in, catch a Pokemon real quick. I usually use my Pokeballs first to see if I can get lucky on that first throw. And please, Pokemon Go, add quick balls. Add a quick ball to Pokemon Go. I think a lot of people would love that first Pokemon Go, that first time you're throwing a Pokeball at the first catch with a quick ball. I think that would be pretty cool. I can see how this can be an issue for some. For someone like me, a player who uses Pokeballs first regardless to see if I can get lucky, even though that does increase the chance of them running away. Sometimes I get lucky, sometimes they run away, yeah. I can see how this can maybe be an issue. So hopefully you guys don't get, caught up slipping with this, Pokeball, their last Pokeball across multiple encounters bug. Now the party feature is now considered in beta, not a feature complete yet. And I would hope that that means that we're gonna be seeing more features being added to that feature. I think party feature is pretty cool. Selecting 6 Pokemon to always be there with you as far as when you jump into a gym and stuff like that to take down. I think that's pretty cool. It saves a lot of time of you sorting your Pokemon while you're at that gym. Does it need more features? I'm not too into the feature, to be honest with you. I don't see the issue of when you're at a gym to spend the minute, that you are there sorting through the Pokemon anyway, deciding on which Pokemon is going to be best for that thing. But I can see why people have, tons of Gyarados and they don't know what Gyarados to use for, because of the moves and stuff like that. So I can understand that to a degree. Now the Defender icon color now reflects motivation in the gym. Now, I want to see that live. I want to see how that exactly is working. Because I kind of get it what it's trying to say, but I I need to see it in motion. I need to see it in the real world to kind of get a glimpse of what it means by the color. The color reflects the motivation in the gym. And let me know in the comment section below if you know already. And that's going to be pretty much it as far as Pokemon Go news for today. I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, but this one I might have rambled on a little bit long. But let me know your thoughts of everything that came out yesterday in the comment section below. Everything from this brand new update, what you're most excited for in the features. Are you hyped that we got a brand new loading screen, and do you hope that this Pokemon with the bug, hat does come catchable inside of Pokemon Go? Are you happy that they fixed Kyogre and made him easier to catch? Let me know all of that in the comment section below. Like always, guys, I'm Daddy Gamer Fred on Instagram and Twitter, and like always, you guys can bring the conversation there. I'm the American Gamer in Switzerland, right here on YouTube, and yes, I'm gonna be doing a ton of these Pokemon Go news update videos. The best way to catch them all is with a subscription, so please hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button. It does help me out a ton as far as growing the channel is concerned. Ring the bell if you want to be notified on the next time I drop a video. Peace. Let's all enjoy Pokemon. I'm gonna see you guys on the next Pokemon Go news update video.